Hall of Famer, one of the best shortstops ever to play, Derek Jeter. You know, when he his tenure was 5 years, 5 years there, whatever, as a Marlins owner, he messed up the ballpark. He kind of killed the culture, and the team kind of.
Jeter said that?
No, former owner, Loria.
Oh, yeah.
He said that about Jeter. In your experience, how did Jeter do, and how did he influence you as a player and help you deal with all of the stuff that you sort of experienced early on?
The funny part is, I get traded over to the Marlins 2019, end of 2019, middle of the season 2019, and I get to talk to Jeter, and he's like, you know, I traded for you myself. Like, this trade wouldn't happen unless I was the one to say yes. Like, bro, I wanted you. You're the only person I wanted, and we had to give up basically our second best pitcher compared to Sandy, which, like, those two are literally on the same at Cy Youngs and all that stuff, right? So for me, I was like, all right. And then 2020 came around, and like I said, Kobe was my number one idol, Kobe Bryant. I go to LA, I go to the Mamba Academy, and this was like 2 days before he died. I went to the Mamba Academy and I met him, right? And I wanted to ask him some questions, but he said he had to go. And the next day, I go to the Rock Nation Grammy brunch thing. That was cool, and then like I'm so excited because the next day, Sunday, I'm supposed to go and talk to Kobe. Like, it's like, okay, my dream's about to come through. I'm about to meet my idol, about to talk to my idol. The helicopter crash happens, right? I called Derek Jeter on the phone, crying. Like, I called Derek Jeter, and I'm like, bro, I was just supposed to meet Kobe, and he just died. Like, that's my idol. You got to step up. Exact words to Derek Jeter. That's exactly what I told him. Because he told me that I'm supposed to be his shortstop of the future. I called him after my idol died, and I said, you got to step up to be my idol. And from that day on, he literally treated me like his son.
Wow.
Like, that day on, I was in his office. Like, bro, you know, like when your dad is like the coach, and you would get, you know, the coach would definitely push you more than everybody else. So think of it like this. I'm going through all that stuff while he's the owner that I just told you. I hated baseball for 3 years in the big leagues. He's the owner. I'm going through all this stuff. He knows everything that's going on, but he's just telling me to push through it. What do you mean? You gotta listen to the vet. This is what I had to go through. Well, listen, bro, like, I'm not trying to go through that. I'm trying to win. These guys ain't helping us win. Well, you gotta push through it. I couldn't go to the Yankees owner and talk to him. I couldn't do that. Well, Derek, it's a new day and age. Like, I'm here to you every day.
Right.
Every time I'm not having a good game or something, I call you. We go and talk. 2022, All-Star. Like, me and you, we riding. He definitely did step up when I needed him, for sure. But there's a lot of times that we bumped heads. Like, I don't think you're supposed to have the relationship that we had as owner and player.
Probably not.
But it was like, we bumped heads a lot because we aren't nothing alike. That's the only reason. We bumped heads so much because we're completely opposite. He's literally straight down the middle and I'm like this. Like, I'm bouncing and I'm going crazy, right? But he's literally like, you gotta do it this way, and this is how you're supposed to do it, and this and that. And I'm like, bro, I can't do that. That's not the way I do this. Like, I can't play baseball that way. I can't live like this. I can't do that. Like, this is my type of life. This is how I live life. No, Jazz, you gotta live life like this. This is how you're gonna do it. And this is the only way you're gonna get what you want. And I'm just like, it was like, but then like baseball-wise, like, all right, Jazz, you're doing this too much. You gotta make it look like, cause he's not a mechanical guy. Like, he's not gonna tell you to do all that. Like, he's gonna just tell you, bro, go hit the ball to right field. I bet I could do that. That's how I grew up learning how to play baseball. That's how I learned that. So like, baseball-wise, we really was like this. Off the field-wise, it was literally like father-son that just couldn't get along, you know what I mean? But it was always like love, you know what I mean? Like, it's never hate, it's always love. And I always tell, like, the respect that I have for him is always.
Do you still talk to him now that he's no longer there?
Yeah.
What are some of the conversations like now that he's not in the building and you are a different Jazz in the sense of you're not that young kid that's trying to learn. It's like You are the leader. You are the vet. You are the best player that has to get the Marlins to where you and them eventually want to go.
For him, I wish I had him now.
So you wish you had Derek Jeter now,
Like as a
opposed to
person
then.
as I am now, yes. Like I'm grown now. Like I'm the leader that he wanted me to be back then. Back then I wasn't the leader he wanted me to be. Like back then I was the one that jumped at everything. You know what I mean? Like you come at me too frisky, I'm not gonna just sit there and lay down. Like I'm a man too. You're gonna learn how to talk to me. I've been living by myself since I was 12. Like without parents, without none of that. Going through years without seeing my parents. Like think of that. I really ain't gonna let another man who's only 6 years older than me talk to me like I'm a child. Like, come on. Like we play together and you don't even play. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, we gonna get this thing right, bro. You could talk, like, if you wanna approach me the right way. I could talk to anybody. I have no hate, I love everybody. That's how I am. That's how I grew up. I have no hate. You come to me the right way, I'll always talk to you. Even if we have a problem, you come to me the right way, there's never a problem.